DC-8 cargo plane owned by Samaritan's Purse. You can hear the whirl of the engines about 36,000 feet in the air south of Iceland, and we are on this cargo plane on a journey to the Poland-Ukraine border. This cargo plane has made this journey about 17 or 18 times since February 24th when the war broke out. Tonight, I'm going to do something special. I'm not going to tell you about an international relief organization. I'm not going to tell you about Ukrainian refugees. I'm actually going to bring you along on a journey. I'm going to show you what an international relief organization like Samaritan's Purse does to help people. And I'm going to bring you along to meet Ukrainian refugees, people who have lost everything. They've lost their homes, they've been reduced to rubble, and they are fleeing a war to their new home, which is going to be in Toronto, Canada. This plane is empty right now in this passenger area. Behind me is a cargo bay with all these supplies on it, medical supplies that Samaritan's Purse uses to bring to their field hospitals inside Ukraine to help people. On our return journey, all these seats will be filled by those Ukrainian refugees I told you about who are fleeing a war and going to a new home with many uncertainties. So tonight, I begin with an interview with Vice President of Operations, Edward Graham. Edward, nice to talk to you.
Greta, thank you. Appreciate it.
Edward, you've now have increased responsibilities in Samaritan's Purse. You're retired military. What is your job title?
Officially, I'm the Vice President of Operations for Samaritan's Purse.
Right. Behind us is the DC-8.
Yeah.
And I've flown many times on the DC-8, but it's had a very busy career the last couple of months.
That's correct.
What's it been doing?
Yeah, it's been flying back and forth to Poland for us, where it's delivering non-food items. So this is medical supplies, clothing materials, backpacks for some of the children that were coming across the border, but mainly it's the medical supplies that are helping with our medical operations there and also the hospitals that desperately need it inside Ukraine.
Right. In addition to the number of trips this plane has made, you hear the planes, you've also sent some 747s full of supplies.
Yeah, we've done one 747. That was early on when we were massively pushing in our hospital, our Tier 3 hospital, with the supplies we needed to sustain it right away. At that time, we thought the Russian horde was coming, and the need was there initially, but we supplied it so much for sustainment operations, and that's why we took the 747 in.
Right. So the mission is to bring supplies over. How long does the plane usually stay on the ground?
Oh, it's only there for about a little over 40 hours, and that's for crew rest, and then it comes back. But every 5 days since the war started, this DC-8's been flying. So it's been over 20 trips into Poland.
It doesn't come back empty.
It doesn't come back empty. Lately, it's been what we've been doing is flying in Toronto. We take, Canada's been gracious to bring in some Ukrainian refugees that have family there. And so we fly them into Toronto. Our office there helps process them into the Canadian government, and then they go to their families that are waiting on them.
All right, so then it returns back here to Greensboro and gets ready for the next trip.
That's correct.
Where do you get everything that goes onto this plane? I mean, that's even, to me, it seems like a supply chain nightmare.
Yeah, we have unbelievable logisticians. God brings us the best people that want to serve Him, and it's just not the doctors and nurses that go. Like you say, we have to supply that. So we have companies, organizations that help us, and that sometimes it's gifted to us, but we also have to purchase a lot of it. So we have the best logistics people out scouring the globe getting this materials, and it's hard right now during a pandemic with the war going on, gathering this stuff, but they're doing an incredible job.
So this plane now is currently loaded, ready to go, right?
Yeah.
When did they start loading it, do you know?
Yeah, it was about a couple days ago, 2 days ago. We have some volunteers that come in that do it on a regular basis, so they know what they're doing. We got unbelievable load masters and a team here in Greensboro, North Carolina, that weigh it, load it all up. They know where it's supposed to go on the plane, and it's been ready to take off here for about a day.
And the pilots they know the drill in terms of landing, and this plane is going to land in Poland.
That's correct.
And then it'll get offloaded there. Who's offloading the supplies?
Yeah, so the Poles there, we're about an hour outside of Krakow. They have a team there that will offload it for us, but we have a Samaritan's Purse, members of our disaster assistance response team that do the logistics for us there in Poland. They will receive the equipment and get it shipped across the border for us.
All right. Do you have any idea, the war started on February 24th. Do you have any idea how soon after that you were able to get things rolling?
Oh, we had teams on the ground within days. Kenny Isaacs, who you know well, works for Samaritan's Purse, runs our projects. He was in South Korea with me. He went straight to Ukraine from there. I went back here to have some meetings. But we had teams, assessors on the ground within 2 days of the war, and then our first plane was flying a little over a week later.
And the plane, though, isn't just taking supplies. It has also taken a field hospital or two, right?
That's correct.
They're your portable field hospital. We've seen them in Central Park. They've been in Milan, Italy. They've been in Iraq. You've put them on this plane to go to Poland.
That's correct.
Or go to Ukraine.
Our first flight, I was on it, and that was a field hospital. So we had members of our disaster response team, the DART. This was the ones that were going to set up the hospital. We landed in Poland and Shashaw, right across the border, and then we went straight to Lviv. And within a day, that hospital started going up, and it was operational about a week later. So about 2 weeks after the war started, we had a Tier 3 hospital in Lviv, Ukraine.
And I've actually been at that hospital. It's built underneath a shopping center in a parking garage.
Yeah. That's right, and it served there, saw countless patients. We thought that was going to be the hub because Kyiv would fall, Lviv would be the new medical hub pushing people to Poland. Fortunately, the Russians got stopped outside of Kyiv. We have since, about 2 weeks ago, we shut that hospital down and we put it into another warehouse there, but we're running multiple clinics and step-down units throughout Ukraine and then helping Ukrainian hospitals train with blast units. So the medical operations are still going on, and we still got a lot of equipment going over and supplying those medical operations.
And not enough can be said about the refugees that you're bringing back.
I can imagine what they're going through, but we want people to know that Jesus loves them. And all this that we have, everything that's been entrusted to us is God's to use. And we want those that are coming back from this war to know that Jesus loves them and cares for them, even during this time.
Very tough time. Edward, thank you. We're going to get a tour. We're going to go look at this plane before we take off and head to Poland.
Thank you, Greta.
Thank you, Edward.